name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. With game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer. March 16th, 2016. Sitting here with my friend, the Big Skipper. What's going on over there, Skip?
Information overload.
No shit.
My brain is about to explode.
Oh, my God. Looking at these brackets, going over the teams, fucking sorting out our information. See, guys, you don't have to do the hard part. Like I said, I have the hard part. Calling all my sources, dealing with players, coaches, CEOs, looking who's playing who. It's a fucking mess, isn't it?
I can't fucking take it, man. I'm ready for vacation.
So am I. But in the meantime, we got a lot of money to make in the month of March. Like I said, March Madness starts tomorrow, Skip. Everybody over here is pumped the fuck up. Like I said, we're kicking ass and taking fucking names, and everybody around needs to come be a part of this billion-dollar industry. There's over, what'd they say, $3 billion being bet in the next 30 days?
Some insane amount. I don't know how I'm going to keep up with this. There's so many games. I got more clients in town right now than I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
For one weekend. We just got back. Give a shout out to David from Kentucky.
You know what the thing I love about David from Kentucky? And yeah, I did go and meet him. Me and Skip pulled up. Skip got me to go take him the Rolls Royce and pull up on him. The funny thing I love about that is his 20-year-old son, who was a college student, who loved Money Talks, watched our show, is the one that actually got his dad to call.
His father, he introduced his father and his grandfather.
Yeah.
There was 3 generations over there
I loved it.
at Bally's. We just went and hung out with him a little bit. Shout out to David and the 3 generations. But you're right, his 20-year-old son.
Well, let's give a shout out to Brandon over at Caesars, who just paid us $50,000 before we went to Bally's.
Thank you. Thank you, Caesars. Thank you, Brandon. His 20-year-old son, Chaz.
Chaz in the house. What up, Chaz? What up? What up?
He introduced his father, David, to the Money Talks situation and the podcast here with me and Steve. And sure enough, they're here with Pops, the grandfather. It's a 3-generation thing. That's the beauty of March Madness. We got secretaries, we got wives, we got everybody.
Doesn't matter what race, size, shape, or color you are. If you like fucking getting money, you're going to fucking love us. Bottom motherfucking line.
They're coming from every direction, all shapes, all sizes, all generations. It's March Madness. It's a beautiful thing, Steve. No more second chances, man. Lose and go home.
Yeah, like I said, at this point, it's for the big boys only. At this point of the season, March Madness tournament is only for serious bettors.
That's it.
If you're just looking to start for the first time or you don't know nothing, you're a little bit too late. More than likely, me and Skip are focused in on our whales that we have in town, the clients that we've signed up, and we're looking forward to touting millions and millions of dollars over the next 30 days. We got a great podcast lined up for you guys today. It's a beautiful day out here in Las Vegas. About 80 degrees, 79 degrees. And like I said, we're just getting laid out to go break these motherfucking bookies off like we've never broke them off before. Skip, before we get into our show, brother, you want to tell the people how they can get a hold of us if they decide to maybe wake up and want to make a second income one day?
Call us at 877-220-6540. That's the easiest way to reach us. Again, 877-220-6540. And by all means, if you've never called us, now would be the time. You can find us on iTunes. Where else are we? YouTube. Direct message us at, what is it? VIP Sports
VIP
LV.
Sports LV, yeah.
Right.
But the main thing is just pick up the phone and give us a call. If you're a closet gambler, you're scared, you've never done it before, shoot us an email. Kenny Kaufman will call you back in his underwear 3 o'clock in the morning and get the job done. I mean, we always got somebody available at all times, huh, Skip?
That's one hell of a sight, Kenny Kaufman in his underwear. Not like I've seen it, I'm only imagining it.
Hey, I'm just saying, my guys are willing to paint their face and go to war for our clients. Don't you understand that?
Absolutely.
I mean, when you met the guy, he said, first thing he says is, my son said, how in the hell did I get the Big Skipper right off the bat? I told him, what'd I tell him? I said, you had a better chance of getting drafted by the Lakers than not only talking to Skip, but getting Steve Stevens to bring him here in the Rolls.
The kid was fired up, man. He introduced Pops and his grandpops to the living legend, Steve Stevens, and his sidekick, the Big Skipper.
And I just want to let everybody know that, and Skip, you know, we talk a lot of shit, and I'm blessed and have millions and millions of dollars, but at the end of the day, man, I'm from the streets. and I'm never too big for my britches. I'm never approachable. So to go meet a client like that and a guy that has our back and a guy that supported us, and to any of you other people out there, like I said, man, even if you're just getting going or you don't know what's up, give us a call. Like I said, I'll work with you, man. I'm a guy from the streets. Like I said, I'm very approachable. I got no problem taking care of you no matter how big or small you are, period.
Hey, they're here with 50,000 looking to bet 10,000 a game. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, let's not give too much out, but just understand, Pops is a baby whale. What would you label him as right now? Like a fat tuna?
Yeah, that's a good scenario. Yeah.
Because you can't be labeled a whale, but however, when a guy pays you $25,000 initiation or commission with you and is willing to bet $10,000 right off the bat, anybody in our industry that knows what a new is, you guys aren't getting walk-in $10,000 news.
We got more walk-ins around here this week than a hair salon.
VIP Sports has more fucking walk-ins than any hair salon in Las Vegas. That is a fact. No other sports service does. However, we've made a decision. First of all, I'd like to apologize to CD, Collective Digital, our podcast deal, Skip. If you remember last week, we said that we don't get paid for the podcast. We don't make money. When in fact, that's not necessarily true.
You must have been high again when you said that.
We don't make the money that we do on the phones, but we are in a multi-million-dollar deal with Collective Digital. And I apologize for treating you guys like that because you guys have put a lot behind us and we got a lot of shit going on. But yeah, we are in a multi-million-dollar deal. We do get paid. And sometimes, you know.
Sometimes you get high and shit slips out of your mouth.
No, I'm just going to keep it real. I'm blessed enough to where $5,000 per, thing isn't really a lot of money to me anymore. But I'm beyond the money. I'm all about taking care of other people. I'm like fucking Tony Robbins. I'm just here to work with millionaires now and make them better people. I'm here to work with smaller guys and make them better people. Take a small guy and have him crawl before he walks, and then before you know it, that motherfucker's running. Before you know it, he's doing marathons and winning the Olympics.
Right.
I'll have that motherfucker running like Bruce Jenner before he fucking cut his dick and balls off.
Well, Bruce Jenner's no one to be an example.
No?
No.
Well, he's a fucking gold medalist.
Yeah, he used to be.
Yeah, he went from Wheaties. Listen, this is a motherfucker that went from front fucking the cover of the Wheaties box. He went from Wheaties to Fruit Loops.
He sure did.
Oh my God! Somebody, hey, Toucan Sam, you got to get fucking Caitlyn Jenner over there on the fucking box of Fruit Loops, bro. Motherfucker went from fucking Wheaties to Fruit Loops, fucking Fruit Loop.
Toucan Sam.
Anyway, like I said, I got a fucking game today that's longer than Toucan Sam's nose. I'm talking about a game stronger than Hurricane Katrina. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's tournament time, and we're fucking focused over here at VIP Sports, Skip. Let's just start it off straight up by saying, obviously, everybody in the world knows Kansas is favored to win it all. What are they favored to win, Skip? Like 8-2 or something?
Like 4-1 or something. Yeah.
4-1?
Yeah.
I thought it was 9-2 to start.
Well, 8-2 is 4-1. 9-2,
Well,
9-2 is 4.5 to 1. They're anywhere between 4 and 4.5 to 1 to win it all.
Right. So speaking of Kansas, why don't we just start down south in the South region? Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Villanova and Miami, potential roadblocks for Kansas, yes or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I mean, a preview. Are there any surprise teams to look out for in this region at all?
Well, Miami, I got Miami beating Buffalo. I got Arizona beating Wichita State. So, I mean, Miami, Florida, I'm going to move them right past Arizona in the second round in Providence there.
Uh-huh.
And I got Villanova, of course, not because of my heart, just because they're better than NC Asheville.
Right.
I got to move Villanova forward. The big game there is Iowa and Temple in the first round.
Right.
Iowa has played like shit down the stretch. They look god-awful. They look like they've given up. And Temple just happy to be there. And we got a potential here for a South Philadelphia clash. We got the Temple Owls playing Villanova, perhaps. If Temple can sweep by the Hawkeyes, it looks like we got a matchup, Temple and Villanova, if Temple can beat Iowa.
So basically, it's fucking 100% true that Villanova, Miami could not only cause a problem, a major fucking problem.
Well, Arizona, Miami, without giving away too much, I got Miami moving forward in that game, as I just said.
Well, I just want
to. Villanova will move past either Iowa or Temple, whoever wins that game. And I'm looking at a showdown Miami, Florida against Villanova. And that will be one hell of a game.
You're looking at a Miami to be a little sleeper down there, huh?
So
your sleeper in the South would be Miami? Would that be fair to say?
Well, they're not necessarily a sleeper. I mean, they're
No,
ranked,
of course not.
They're ranked. I mean, they're ranked 3. Yeah, I got Miami. Let me just spell it out.
Just
for you.
go ahead. You got Miami
I got Miami, Florida beating Villanova. I got Miami, Florida playing Kansas for that regional championship, and I got Kansas beating Miami, Florida.
Oh, I just want to let everybody know right off the bat, we get paid for sports picks. We pay millions of dollars to get our information. We don't just sit on computers in our underwear and go off statistics and algorithms. They can take statistics and algorithms and shove them right up their fucking ass.
Now,
I pay people. I juice people's pockets. I deal with players, coaches, CEOs. But more importantly, I manipulate the guys that make the fucking line. If a game comes out at -5 and it's supposed to be -3, line comes out at -7, it's supposed to be 11, we're going to find out all that type of shit. That's why you need me. Now, let me tell you what I think. In that division in the South, I like Maryland. I don't think Maryland's got the proper respect that they do. They play South Dakota State in the first round. I see Maryland absolutely getting by them. And my sleeper in the South, I don't think they'll win, but I'm saying a sleeper, Maryland.
That would be my second choice. I think you're right on spot, right on target there. Actually, Maryland will get by South Dakota State. At least
they will get by them for sure.
That's a 5-12 game. Be careful.
So what I'm trying to say is we're going to go over each division a little bit. We'll give a couple marquee matchups about a few games, but we don't necessarily need to go over them all. We don't have time.
Right.
And as everybody knows, it's what we do for a living. If you want to make money, if you want to get paid, all you got to do is call us. You do your day job. Let us take care of winning sports. That's why you call us. You go to work and make your fucking finances, take care of your bills, and in the meantime, we're making your money while you do your job. It's a second income. There's more money to be made in sports betting than any investment in the fucking world. Was I pretty clear on that?
I think you're extremely clear on that.
Okay.
And just to be clear, I got Kansas and Miami, Florida in the Elite Eight, and you got Kansas getting by Maryland in that little bracket there because of Maryland.
Let me finish what I said. I said Maryland is a sleeper. You didn't ask me who I think will win the South. I 100% say Kansas wins the South.
Okay.
All right.
Just so we're on the same page.
Just to get that clear there. Now
we're not really going out on any limbs there, people. We got Kansas, and they're going to be there in the Final Four just like they should. Now keep in mind what he's trying to tell you, people, is we're having a little fun with the brackets here. Okay, a little Obama bracket fun. Okay.
Even the president of the United States of America has a Sweet 16 bracket, has an NCAA bracket in the fucking White House.
Just because we're giving you our opinions on who's going to advance here, we've told you over and over and over again, and everybody knows, when it comes to making money with sports betting, you don't have to win the game. You got to beat the spread.
That is correct.
Okay? So just because we got somebody advancing doesn't mean they're going to be covering. Okay?
Yeah, guys, we're giving you...
If you want to know who's covering the spread, get a hold of us. That's why we're here. 877-220-6540.
You hit it right on the head. Our job is to give you a sports podcast, give you what's right, what's wrong, give you our opinion as professional sports handicappers, and that's what we do. So we're going to give you a good show, and we're going to go over everything. But, guys, don't take it the wrong way. Those aren't necessarily the games that we're playing to cover. You want to make real money, don't try to read between the lines. Just call, spend a couple dollars, and we'll blow your bookie's fucking head off.
Because
we'll split his fucking wig.
Steve, we got people out there that are listening, that are writing down everything that we're saying right now.
Which is great. They're fans. We're giving them information. That's what our job is.
What I'm trying to say is they're going to try to make money for free based upon what we're saying right here, so they don't have to call us and pay us a couple of pennies to actually win the game.
You know what? For those
don't try to do that.
No, it's okay. You know what? If a couple guys that love us that
play for free.
Yeah, I'm not saying free could be the most expensive word in the world. Don't ever mistake free for something. If a guy calls you up, gives you a game, you play it for $500 and you lose, what part of free was that?
Ooh, that was expensive.
If you're out in Las Vegas, a prostitute comes up to you, offers you some free pussy, 2 days later, you have fucking spots and your dick itches. What part of free was that pussy?
Oh, you're a leopard.
Free could be the most expensive word in the world, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be careful. You got to stay focused.
Spots on the dick. That's leopard dick.
Oh, my God. Hashtag free could be the most expensive word in the world, guys. Don't ever fucking forget that.
Do hookers come up in Vegas and ask you for free shit?
Well, I mean, like I said, you never, if it is, something's wrong.
Listen, guys.
You're either getting ready to get tied up and jacked by her pimp, or, like I said, that bitch is trying to spread AIDS out because she's mad at the world.
Oh, God.
She's trying to Charlie Sheen some motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
So if you're in Vegas this weekend for March Madness, people...
Strap up. Hashtag strap up.
Yeah, be careful. Come out there with some plastic coating on the penis.
Like I said, I don't know. You think we're going to have more bookies on their back, or you think there'll be more prostitutes on their back this weekend for the tournament? It's going to be a fucking battle. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to follow along of the race. Who's going to be on their back more? Stevens' clients, bookies in these hotels, or the prostitutes out here in Las Vegas laying on their back in the hotels? It's going to be a close race. I don't know. I'd have to put it at a minus $1.10 each way.
That is a close race because you know there's going to be a lot of hookers.
There's going to be a lot of flat backing and licking nut sacking in this motherfucking town this weekend. That you could take to the bank. There's going to be a lot of cock popping and a lot of fucking bookies dropping. I can tell you that right now.
Just don't get leopard dick. Don't get spots on your cock is what he's saying.
Don't be one of those guys that come to town and pay for prostitutes, spend a bunch of money, and lose on your own too, because then you're a double loser.
Oh, God.
It's bad enough you're sneaking off on your wife or your girl or getting some pussy as it is, you know what I mean? Make sure you make money so you can at least justify it.
Yeah, imagine if you try to do this on your own this weekend while you're here in Vegas and you go home broke and you go home with a spotted dick.
Oh my God. You go home with some genital warts, boy. That may pose a problem with the old lady.
That's one rough weekend.
Oh, my, yeah. You think so? What stays in Vegas definitely goes home with you. Yeah, what you caught in Vegas will definitely go home with you on that fucking plane. Anyway, moving on to the West region. Obviously, Oregon is number one. Do you like Oregon, Skip?
They're a solid team, those duck fucking quacking motherfuckers.
I like the Ducks as well. I mean, I think they're
I got a little surprise for you there, though. Go ahead.
Right, I'm going to get there. Number 7 seed, Oregon State, is +3 against a number 10 seed, VCU. What do you think about that?
Well, Virginia Commonwealth's been solid all year.
VCU's made us money, Skip.
Yes, they have.
They've made us a lot of money.
And you got to be very careful with VCU because they're spotty pricks. Speaking of spots, I remember when they were laying 11 and lost the fucking game outright. I remember that game.
So if you're taking Oregon State +3 points against a number 10 VCU who could drown you, you got to be careful. If you don't have information on that and you don't know what's going on, that's a game you definitely don't put your hard-earned money on. If you're a trust fund kid, if you're a guy that someone just hands money for free, yeah, do what you want. But anyone that works hard for their money like I do and 99.9% of our listeners and guys that bet sports, yeah, it's not a game to bet.
Can I say this real quick?
You sure can. Go ahead, brother.
Just going back to the South region, what we just finished up, I think that's the hardest region, Steve. You got Kansas, you got Arizona, you got Miami, Florida, you got Maryland, you got Villanova. I think the South is the hardest region.
Well, I was going to ask you at the end who you thought the most interesting and who had the hardest schedule against each other. I'd have to say I agree. The most pounding, the most marquee matchups, hardcore basketball is going to be in that region.
Yeah, just the reason I brought that up is because I think the West, which is where we're at now.
Yeah.
I think the West.
Well, no one does it like the West. West side all motherfucking day.
I think the West is probably the easiest region to get to the Final Four.
Oh, it is for sure because you got super teams against shit. I mean, without any shadow of a doubt. Like Oregon, number one. I mean, you've seen who they play. Austin P. They definitely should get by Austin P.
Kansas has Austin P.
Yeah.
Oregon's got the Holy Cross Southern winner tonight.
Holy Cross, right. Yeah.
The play-in game tonight.
Holy Cross. So let me ask you this.
Holy Cross or Southern, that's who Oregon's got tomorrow.
Correct. Now, sticking to
or
the
Friday,
West, let's stick in the West now so I'm not confused. I did smoke a lot of marijuana before we went off. Sticking in the West, ladies and gentlemen, I like Oregon. I like them a lot. I think they're a solid fucking team. Mm-hmm. My sleeper, my Cinderella, out of West, give me St. Joe's.
St. Joe's, another South Philly team.
Give me St. Joe's. Hard-playing fucking team, aggressive team. They've been playing to fucking win. And at the end of the day, I think they're going to try to get the job done, if you ask me.
Won their tournament, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, we predicted St. Joe's was a fucking monster, if anybody's listening.
Skip, all you got to do if you want any knowledge how good we are or what we do, go back. I mean, we're at podcast, 70? This is podcast number fucking 70. You guys want to hear it? We've predicted the future on everything from Caitlyn Jenner cutting his dick and balls off to who's getting traded to who's going to win, what underdog's going to win outright. I mean, Skip, when you got Tulane +11 and they win outright.
We've been talking about St. Joe's for quite some time now, and anybody listening to the podcast should know that.
So let me just end the West real quick. I like Oregon to squeak out, which isn't doing anything. St. Joe's is my team. That could be a potential sleeper, a.k.a. Cinderella. You got anything about the West?
So St. Joe's potentially going up. If St. Joe's can beat Cincinnati, they're going to be going up against Oregon there in the second round. So you're saying they may have a shot against Oregon, St. Joe's.
That is correct.
If anybody's got a shot, it's St. Joe's.
That is correct.
Okay.
And I like them to get through that first round without any shadow of a doubt.
All right.
Which potential matchup later in the region looks good or interesting for you?
I'm glad you asked, okay? Because Oklahoma, who I've been saying all year.
You say you hate them, then you like them. Then
yeah, Lon Kruger.
What is it today? Do you hate them? Or?
Lon Kruger can get up on my nutsack.
Because we won with them, and then you got up on their nutsacks and got blasted.
Well, let me just say this again.
They cost us some big money, Skip.
If you're listening to these podcasts, you know I've been telling you Oklahoma does not cover the spread. So go back and look at how many games they played and how many times they haven't covered since I told you people that. And let me just say this. I've also told you that all their games are unders. Okay, I told you that. I told you that when
We've given you endless amounts of information.
I told you that when they had 5 unders in a row. Guess what? I believe now it's 9 in a row to the under. 9 in a row to the under. I want
to say it's 10, Skip.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and give you the answer to your question.
Go ahead. Who do you like in the West? Who do you think is going to be?
I like A&M to get to the Elite 8 and face the Oregon Ducks in the West, and I am going to go with A&M to get by the Ducks and make it to the Final Four.
Okay. Don't like it, but you know what? Like I said, A&M for the skipper.
I got Kansas facing off against A&M in the Final Four.
Oh, fuck. You're laying it out there on the motherfucking line.
That game will be played on April 2nd in Houston.
Okay, I love it. Like a marquee matchup. We'll be there, be square.
And A&M will go to Houston, their home state, to the Final Four, my friend.
Now, let's move on to the Midwest region. I don't know how much I like this division at all. I mean, what would you say this is the second hardest division?
The Midwest?
Yeah.
No, I think the East is the second hardest division. But anyway, the Midwest, what do you got going on there?
Well, I mean, obviously, number 1 seed is Virginia. I mean, you think Michigan State should have got that top spot? I do.
Yes, I do.
I think Michigan State's a better team. And when you get that number 1 spot, Skip, it means a lot because you just play that much of a shittier team in the first round. You understand that?
Yeah.
Michigan State actually has to go out there and fight for their ass to get it.
Well, Michigan State's got Middle Tennessee State in the first round, and Middle Tennessee State, although I believe they are a no rebounding fraud of a team.
Hold on. They're a fraud.
I don't want to give away too much again, but
yeah, you don't need to give out too much. I can't stand these motherfuckers.
Middle Tennessee's been playing very well. I follow that team very closely. As you know, I've had some financial interest in this team over the course of the season. They're a no rebounding motherfucking Middle Tennessee State, and Michigan State will probably just mop them up.
Yeah, Michigan State should have been number 1. Michigan State will mop them up. Get them up and glow out because that's a pretty fucking easy one, guys. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that if you know anything about college basketball. Seton Hall, after winning the Big East over Nova, gets a number 6 seed. They are getting 2 points to Gonzaga, which in the conference tournament, I got to give it up to Gonzaga. You guys actually, that was a kick-ass fucking tournament, man.
Hell of a game.
It was a kick-ass tournament.
Yep.
They went out and fucking got it done, but once again, I have major information in that game right there, and everyone can be all hyped up on Gonzaga and knocking them out and winning the tournament, but
Seton Hall's got better guards. It should be a hell of a game, man.
yeah, Seton Hall's got a little bit more solid talent.
Gonzaga won that tournament out here in Vegas, and they fucked St. Mary's, and St. Mary's didn't make it to the tournament, and you saw what they did in the NIT last night, laying fucking double digits, barely getting by and winning that game by a deuce.
I'll just go ahead and start out, who I think is unpredictable, who I think could be a sleeper. I like Purdue coming out of the Midwest region. I'm going to have to roll with Purdue a little bit. They made me a lot of money. And like I said,
you want to see my sheet? Did you look at my sheet?
Did we match up? Ladies and gentlemen,
I love Purdue.
We just matched up on Purdue, so do me a favor.
I think
cross that off your list, ladies and gentlemen.
I think
you're fucked.
I think Purdue is poised. I know we got a fan out there that's an Arkansas Little Rock fan. You guys got some good defense.
Shout out to Denny Mason, R.I.P. Denny Mason. We love Arkansas. We love everything about it.
We love Arkansas. My father was from Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas.
My grandparents are from Little Rock.
So there you go. But I can tell you right now, my sleeper over there is Purdue. I think they will get past Little Rock. And like I said, they may be seeing Virginia.
You must be looking at my sheet, sir, because I got Purdue getting by Little Rock. I got them getting by Iowa State or Iona, which I've been a big fan of Iowa State all year.
Well, this is what you got to agree with me on. This is the most unpredictable region.
I got Purdue getting by Virginia.
Be honest. Anybody can win here. This is a real unpredictable fucking division. You think Virginia just gets it easily?
No, I got Purdue beating Virginia, and it sounds to me like you might too.
Oh, shit. We better keep that under our hat. Keep that in between me, you, and the lamppost.
We're giving away way too much. This is why I didn't want to do this.
No, we're not, because we're only going over a couple games.
Steven, I just told you we got Purdue as a big sleeper here, people, okay?
Listen, out of all the games on the board.
Go ahead, make your free money.
There's no personal plays given out on this show. Here's what makes me laugh. I think we're about 88% on subliminal games. Mm-hmm. I mean, hear me out. Are we or not? Our record on winning games subliminally are about 88%. So if you can only imagine those guys that are trying to get them for free, could you imagine if you spent the $25,000 and got my personal plays?
Purdue's my sleeper as well, sir.
I like Purdue.
I got Purdue getting by Virginia. I got them taking on Michigan State in the Elite Eight, and I got Michigan State beating them in the Elite Eight.
Okay, well, this is what I do want to go on the record as saying. I feel like it's the most unpredictable division, and I think a sleeper can come out of there different than what you and I just said.
So grab your pillow, grab your sleeping pills. We're going to sleep.
That is a fucking fact. So we'll see what's going on. And so that's pretty much what you see coming out of that region is Purdue.
No, I got Michigan State beating Purdue in the Elite Eight to make it to the Final Four. But I think Purdue's going to beat Virginia in the Sweet 16. And they're going to go up against Michigan State in the Elite Eight. And the Spartans and Izzo are going to be a little too much for them. And that's where the run will stop for Purdue.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to, the East, like I said, is a, pretty solid region as well. I'm just going to tell you right now.
Very strong teams in the East.
Yeah, very strong teams. I mean, I see North Carolina getting it done without any shadow of a doubt. My sleeper, which I'm embarrassed to say, but like I said, these aren't games that I'm betting millions of dollars on. I'll say Indiana.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, are you sure you didn't look at my sheet?
Scap, I wouldn't give a dog fuck about your sheet. I'm not looking at your sheet.
Well, Purdue's number 5, Indiana's number 5. And yes, I do have Indiana going pretty far, my friend.
Yeah.
I got them beating Chattanooga. I got them beating Kentucky. I got Indiana going up against North Carolina in the Sweet 16, and I got Indiana beating them in the Sweet 16.
So let's just stop right there because we're
giving away way too much information here.
So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, in the East, like I said, I think North Carolina gets it done easily. There's strong teams in that division. I see as a sleeper Indiana. I'll leave it at that. Skip, you're saying the same thing as I am?
I'm seeing Indiana beating North Carolina actually in the Sweet 16, and I think they're going to be taking on Xavier in the Elite Eight, and I'm going to go with Xavier over Indiana to get to the Final Four. So,
I like that.
So there you got it. I
like that.
I got Michigan State and Xavier and Kansas and A&M in the Final Four.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Stevens, the Bookie Killer, the Big Skipper. We just went over every fucking region for you guys.
I don't know what to tell you.
What else do you fucking want from us, guys? Our job is to go out there and find the best information possible. I have a team of experts designed to generate the best sports information available. That's what I fucking do. Just to move off the tournament a little bit about baseball, we're not going to get into it.
Baseball?
Well, yeah, Hall of Famer Goose Gossage says that Jose Batista and his bat flipping celebration just makes him fucking sicker than when LeBron James used to dance. I don't agree with that. Hey, Goose, sit the fuck down, old man. Like I said, you're like 5 generations from what's going on right now. I didn't like skinny jeans when they came out, but they took over. You know what I mean? So what I'd like to say is...
That's a hard one for me.
Pitchers celebrate. I feel batters should too. If a motherfucker pounds a motherfucking home run to center field, he should be able to flip his bat. I mean, I can't see him go all out doing dances like LeBron James used to do and all that type of shit.
Listen, they don't need to start doing what the NFL players do every time they make
could you imagine? Home run?
Yeah. I don't need them to start doing dances around the bases.
So then the answer to this question is, where there's smoke, there's fire. So there's no sense of making smoke. The answer is no. You shouldn't fuck you. There's
a little bat flip. I don't have a problem with a little bat. Yeah, I don't have a problem with a little bat flip
and a little look with an attitude, I just got you, motherfucker.
Yeah. Give him a little stare down
or a stare down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw that motherfucker again, and I'll do the same thing with it.
Yeah. Or hit it and just straight stare at him. Throw the bat and run to first. That's cool.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything with your mouth. Just a little stare down.
Mental.
Little stare down, little bat flip,
Like you can't see me.
I mean, listen.
I took you yard, motherfucker.
Hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to fucking do in sports.
Sure as fuck is.
Just ask Michael Jordan.
Oh, my God. Best basketball player of all time, best basketball player in the world, went out to the baseball field and made a fool of himself. Yeah. If he didn't buy the team a bus and all their uniforms and everything, he wouldn't even have played and fucking did nothing.
Let me expand on that just for a second. Hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do in any sport. I don't care what anybody says. Like I said, you can ask Michael Jordan that question. Now, that being said, when you're in the batter's box and you're working a count against a professional pitcher, okay, the hardest thing in the world to do is hit a Major League Baseball, okay?
You got to read the pitch. There's so many different elements that are involved in that shit.
I mean, you got to guess what's coming. I mean, there's a million things going on in that batter's box.
Let's just say, like you said, the hardest part, you got to guess the 5 fucking pitches, which one he's throwing.
First of all, your eye-hand coordinations has got to be absolutely amazing.
Insane.
I mean, your vision has to be so good to see the spin of the ball. It's phenomenal. The way these guys hit a Major League Baseball.
And this amount of time.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Listen, I played baseball for a long time. So did you. I mean, it's the hardest fucking thing to do. All right. So what do I think? I think if you're in the batter's box against a Major League pitcher and you're that good that you work the count and he makes a mistake and you put the fucking ball over the wall, should you be allowed to flip your fucking bat a little bit, give him a little stare down?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Give him a little fucking, what's up, bitch? Do that again, and you'll have the same result.
I just took you yard, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Watch who the fuck you dealing with.
Yeah, I think they should be able to flip the fucking bat.
I agree. And like Joey Bats, Bryce Harper, Jonas Cespedes, they say hitters should be able to celebrate the same way pitchers do.
Absolutely.
And I'd have to say, Bryce, Vegas boy to Vegas boy, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
You shouldn't be able to disrespect them. You should have a 3-second or less look, stare down, do a little thing with your bat, and run your ass to first base.
I mean, no spouting off with your mouth.
No.
Just a little stare down, a little bat
Like
flip.
I got you.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, all right.
So Goose Gossage, go away.
Goose.
Go get goosed.
I was just going to say, I got something for you, Goose. They're
Yeah.
hanging right below my fucking cock. Buddy.
Shave that mustache.
Yeah, that's a fucking fact. You got to get updated. Hashtag get Goose a makeover, would you?
Hashtag get Goose a razor.
Oh, my God. But anyway, like I said, guys, we're not going to get into any entertainment. I don't care who's fucking who right now. I don't care about reality shows. We're in March Madness. And like I said, out of the 7 figures that you make a year, would it be say that 40% of it comes from this month alone, Skip?
How about 25%?
I'd have to say it's more like 40 because I did the numbers.
Pretty big chunk from January 1st till April 1st. We'll just say
Well,
that.
I did it on that quarter. I'm sorry, it's not March. January to March, you had your Super Bowl.
Absolutely, 40%, yes.
So I just want to let you guys know that at the end of the day, our job is to have a podcast to legalize sports betting. Our job is to give you guys the news, give you our opinion, give it direct right here from the guys that make the line in Las Vegas, getting it directly from a guy that bets big and lives fucking larger. We gave you a little fucking insight of what we think about the tournament. At the end of the day, there's so many ways to make money. Don't let the players be the only ones to get paid. Now, Skip, anything you want to say to these people before we get back on the phones and kick some fucking ass and jump off that fucking tournament tomorrow? I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the Las Vegas area, we got cheerleaders in the parking lot. We got hamburgers, hot dogs, mimosas. We got motherfucking strippers. Come down and get a free fucking t-shirt. Worst come to worst. There's a lot of people in town. Come by and celebrate with us. We couldn't be more excited. March Madness to us is a celebration, and we celebrate it all month long.
Don't forget about the Corona we got in the fridge. There's a bottle of Crown on my desk. I believe I saw a bottle of Macallan on your desk.
No, there's a case of Macallan. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there is.
There's a couple cigars floating around.
I got boxes of cigars for everybody.
Here's what I want to say, people. It's been a great college basketball season. It's coming to an end. However, it's not over, okay? We got a lot of money to make together.
That fat lady hasn't sang yet, guys.
We got a lot of money to make together this year in baseball. If you love betting baseball, make sure you get a hold of me as soon as possible. I can only put so many people on my ship for baseball. I'm the best in the world at baseball. Steve and I, when it comes to baseball, your bookie is dead. So anyway, that being said, there's still time to make money in college basketball. The season's not over. March Madness, it's here. The tournament starts in the morning. Get a hold of us at 877-220-6540. And all you got to do is say, I want to play the first round with you guys. And here's what we're going to do.
All right.
$99 for the first round, Steve. $99. Call us today. Call us first thing Thursday morning. And the first 50 people are going to get the first round for $99.
You're going to tie the phones up to the point where you're not even going to be able to talk to nobody.
Too bad.
All right, fuck them.
We got representatives.
Yeah, we got 35 on deck right now.
We will be able to handle the calls. The first 50 people that call in Thursday morning, $99 for the first round. So that's
you heard it.
Thursday and Friday's plays, $99 for the first round, 877-220-6540. If you don't call us, I've said it before, I'll say it again, you absolutely fucking hate money.
And you know what, Skipper? You couldn't have closed it in a better way. Ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely from the bottom of my heart want to tell you guys this. If I'm the #1 documented individual in the world, I'm the most feared sports bettor in the world. If you bet sports and I'm the best in the world, give me one reason why we shouldn't be together. Plain and fucking simple. Sports betting is for big boys. Okay? It's high risk, yeah, but it's a much higher reward. You know what you're getting into right off the bat. Like I said, if you're scared, go to church. At this point in the game, you got to know what you're doing. You got to be ready to grab your balls, grab your clit, and get in the fucking game and get fucking paid. Doesn't matter your size, shape, color, or form. If you like money, you're going to fucking love me. At the end of the day, VIP Sports is here to make you guys money. That's the whole reason why we went into business. That's how this started. That's how I ended up on CNBC. A kid that's born and raised in the streets of Las Vegas that took my talent of winning games and my passion for sports betting and turn it into a multi-million-dollar business. It's the whole reason why you saw me on TV. Nobody wins like I do. Anybody out there that says they win them more than me, make sure you look them in the eye when they say that, because they're fucking lying to you. Are you tired of these motherfuckers giving you games off a computer? You go to scoresandodds.com and you see a fucking little fucking dork on a fucking computer with a mustache talking about splitting the line and betting the side. Guys, all these motherfuckers are fake. These guys that are acting like they're in New York, that say they're in Vegas, or should I say, they say they're in Vegas, but they're in New York. They know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy. That guy don't know shit. That would be like, what the fuck does someone from Florida or New York know about lines made in Las Vegas? That'd be like running the stock market from Indiana. It just fucking flat out wouldn't work. Fourth generation, born and raised in Las Vegas. I work directly with the guys that make the line. There's billions of dollars being bet, and you deserve your fair share. VIP Sports Las Vegas, the March Madness tournament's here, baby. Get fucking pumped up. Call the fucking number, 877-220-6540, and let's go break these bookies like you never broke them before. See ya, I love you. We'll talk to you soon. Steve Stevens, I'm out. It's tournament time, baby. Let's go get them. It's money. Kenny, kick that music in.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. We play with big cash and we blowing money fast. Riding in a plush Benz trunk full of money bags. I need a G for every light bulb on the Vegas Strip. Naked bitches in my mansion dancing to some player shit. Made a grip on the grind, but I started out with nothing. Dealt me a bad hand, but I still won bluffing. I'm Steve.